NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. From Quicken Loans Arena, tonight the Cleveland Cavaliers taking on the Brooklyn Nets. The Brooklyn Nets begin the game with the basketball. Jay, 28 wins a year ago for the Nets, but a couple of individuals, they shined in their playing time.
8 wins better than the year before. And think about Jared Allen for this team. He is a new age 5, has the versatility and the speed to run the court. And then you think about a guy like Spencer Dinwiddie, who actually got drafted in the 2nd round and actually gambled on himself, had a horrific knee injury. To see the kind of minutes due to the injuries that he played and the level that he played at, Ed, this team is on their way.
Nice pass to set things up.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Drives, but shot won't go down. Another follow, stays out. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Trevor Ariza at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. For his career, 72%. And he can't convert the free throw. Kyrie Irving controlling the offense. He was all over him. Missed the shot, no free throws. To Colin Sexton. Colin Sexton slams it down. Where did that come from?
It's like he got in an elevator and went to floor 8. And Ed, I have to say something, okay? 6'3", 6 feet, 5'11", those aren't small guys. In the big scheme of things, they're pretty tall compared to the average person in public.
I feel like you're speaking from experience.
Everyday experience, my friend. Every day.
Irving. Over to the right side. Durant. His first effort off the mark. To Colin Sexton. Love. Clarkson's shot, no good.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Kevin Love pins it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Cleveland has the basketball. Deep 2 there, won't go. Irving into the front court, trailing by 4. Durant to Irving. Gets it in the right corner. Durant to Irving. Fires the 3, and Kyrie Irving took the defense for a ride. Tough 3-pointer. Jay, you've known Kyrie Irving since he was a young man growing up in New Jersey. He's overcome a lot of obstacles, chief among them staying healthy and on the floor.
Yeah, Ed, he's been battling injuries since his freshman year of college, but the beautiful thing about Kyrie Irving is that he always loves the big stage. Making the game-winning shot in Game 7, he will continue to do so when he surrounds himself with great, inspiring leaders with the likes of such Kobe Bryant.
To Dinwiddie. Deep right corner, Irving. Out of bounds, last touch by the Cavaliers. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Jay Williams, kid from Jersey, rooted for the Nets growing up. And where do you live now? Brooklyn.
Of course, I'm following my favorite team, and these comments are probably going to sound biased because they are. But Brooklyn is a completely different place. Only 5 minutes outside Manhattan. It almost feels like a suburb of the city. And the fact that it's culturally relevant, it just feels like Brooklyn is the new place to be.
Kyrie Irving trying to cash in on a three-point play. A career 87% from the line. Free throw up and good. Gives him a 2-point lead. Ball in possession of Cleveland.
Here we go.
Thompson to Clarkson. Here's a chance from long range. Jordan Clarkson hounded, shot off the mark. Dinwiddie with the basketball. 2-point advantage. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Taurean Prince at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. For his career, 82%. Free throw good to finish off the 3-point play. The lead is up to 5. Now the Cavs gonna signal for timeout. They'll catch their breath in what's now a 5-point game. To Irving. Reset here. Let's see what they do. Irving. Tristan Thompson tips it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Here comes the screen. Nance. Trying to cash in. Doesn't get the bounce.
And that's how you close out on a shooter with a sense of urgency. The shooter was more worried about his landing space than he was the shot.
Throws it down off the alley-oop pass. Jay, no question. There's an unspoken bond there.
Just on the same wavelength. And how about this? Sometimes a bad pass is a great pass when you have somebody as athletic as that can catch that anywhere and slam it down.
Come here.
And count the basket inside.
Another possession they were forced to take a tough shot. This time they got it to go, but they need to do something different to start creating more open look opportunities.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor.
Joe Harris. Subbing in for the Cavaliers, number 50, Trevor Ariza.
Irving. Shot clock winding down. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That one off the mark. It's no good. Here comes the screen. Has a look. And the rebound comes down to Jordan. Kyrie Irving for two. Another chance. We've played one with the visiting Nets out on top. Jay and I back with more from Cleveland after this. You're watching the NBA on EA Sports. One quarter down. Long way to go. So, buckle up. It's wide open.
Yeah, both teams have came out. They played with great energy, and they've also done an excellent job of establishing their own tempo. They have to make sure they have to push through that and do more of that in the second quarter.
Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Kyrie with the rock. To Durant. For three. That's off the side of the rim. Short. Knight into the front court. 5-point game. Has a chance. Hand in his face. Still hits. You don't see that very often.
That boy is living his best life.
Irving with the basketball. He'll run the offense. Durant guarded by Ariza. To Irving. Won't go down. Defender's lucky he wasn't called. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Durant across the timeline. It's a one-point game, 13-12. That pass stolen by the Cavs. Brandon Knight matched up with Durant. Five to shoot for Cleveland. Fires the three. It's no good. Shot's not going down. To Irving. Oh, emphatic slam.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Now a whistle, and Cleveland is going to use a timeout as they'll discuss matters in what's now a 3-point game. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. And a bad pass pass as it's taken away by the Nets.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Irving to Durant. Irving to Durant. That's no good.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
From the outside, no good. To Dinwiddie. Durant. Can't go down. Smothering defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Short jumper off the mark. Durant with the basketball up top. Leads 3. Kyrie Irving, now 4 for 9. Simply put, when the ball's in Kyrie Irving's hands, magic could happen.
It's poetry in motion, and it's a situation in which the ball is attached to his body. He has it on a yo-yo. He can put the ball and dangle the ball out there for other people to think they have a chance, and in their mind they do, but in Kyrie's mind, the game is over.
Trying to cash in, off the mark. He's made those before, but that was well defended. Kevin Durant lets it fly. Doesn't even see the defender. Buries the shot. How do you neutralize a threat like Kevin Durant?
Well, that weak side defender constantly has to shade Kevin Durant, and that primary defender, you have to funnel KD into help every single possession, contest shots, and hope that you can deter his vision and that he misses.
To Love. Beyond the arc for 3. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Not everybody possesses this power, but wow, what court awareness.
Now the Nets going to take a timeout as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game. We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Number 15, Trevor Ariza. Subbing in.
Irving to Durant. And now an out of bounds off a net.
Out of bounds. Cavaliers ball.
Cavs with 4 to shoot. To Love. Shot clock violation.
For the Cavaliers.
Irving to Durant. Irving. That's out. Last touch by Kyrie Irving. Sexton to Love. scores from the post.
Old school equals high percentage.
Nets have the basketball. Irving to Durant. Kevin Durant, tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make. Out of bounds. Last touch by the Cavaliers. Just inside the arc, at the buzzer. No time left in this quarter with the Nets in front.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jalen Rose, and this is your EA Sports Halftime Report. These are the guys getting buckets for the Brooklyn Nets. The Cavaliers were in need of a bit more scoring if they wanted the halftime lead. They don't have a single player that can claim double figures in scoring. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Game trap. Rebounds.
The Brooklyn Nets are putting in the kind of effort that doesn't always show up in our top plays, but it can't be said enough how important it is to take control of the boards. That's exactly what this squad has done in this matchup.
Player of the half.
Kyrie Irving has the defense figured out, and his shots are falling for him. That's a lethal combination that will be hard to overcome.
Who was cold?
No one wants to be picked for this segment, but he couldn't avoid it. Maybe he'll turn things around in the second half. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Fellas, back to you.
Tight game through the first 2 quarters as we resume play here in the third. Cavs at the controls. Sexton to Love. Colin Sexton slams it down. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
To Dinwiddie. Durant to Irving. Durant. Textbook defense.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Love. To Clarkson. From long range. Count the triple.
Yeah, and what we're seeing is a brilliant offensive display. You have ball movement, player movement, and great shooting to top it off. You get those 3 things going, you're going to be a dynamic offensive unit.
Durant to Irving. Now to Jordan. Down low with the flush. Taking on all comers.
I was expecting the dish there, but way to fake that one and lay that one in.
Sexton. Here comes the screen.
Hey, watch the pick.
And a put-back slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Into the front court, it's Irving. His guys now trailing by a point. Nothing going here on that drive. Durant to Irving. Has a look. Knocks it down off the step back.
I get tired of hearing guys say, I was there, I contested a shot, I pretty much had a hand in his face. Well, no, you have to change up the game. If a guy is right-handed, he is right eye dominant. Get that hand over his right eye, block his vision. That'll enhance his chances of missing the shot.
Has a chance, just not going down. Irving to Durant. To Irving. Going to launch beyond the arc. And Kyrie Irving makes good from beyond the arc.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Cavaliers with the basketball. Sexton to Love. Surveys the floor. Sizing up the defense. Nothing going here on that drive. Now ready with a couple of free throws.
No, no, no. I'll tell you, the team that makes the little mistakes, like committing unnecessary reach-in fouls like that, will be the team that ends up with the L.
First one goes down. Two for two on that trip. Here's Irving into the front court. Leads a bucket. Gets to the basket and scores.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Cleveland has the basketball. Sexton to Love. And the reward, he's going to the line.
The game is too tight for you to be taking risks like that. You want to avoid foul trouble at all costs.
First one, count it. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Kyrie across the timeline. The lead is 2. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Man, if we were at Rucker Park right now, everybody would be wilding on the court. Guaranteed.
To Love.
That's me. I got ball. Hey, watch the screen left.
4-3. Well defended, but Kevin Love still hits it from 3.
We love to break this game down analytically. We even love to break it down more psychologically. But sometimes it's just about settling into the game. Seemed like in the first half, things were rushed. Now we finally see them have their composure and their poise.
Right down the lane, but the shot won't go. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Sexton. To Love. Nothing going here on that drive. Kevin Love. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
This is what we call turning up here in the second half. I don't know what was said during the timeout or during the team huddle, but this player has really started to come out and play with purpose in the second half.
Channing Frye with a piece.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Love. to Colin Sexton. Love for 2. Count it for Kevin Love.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Irving into the front court. His guys now down by a point. Lets it fly from long range. Had made his first couple, but he misses there. Trying to cash in. Not that time. Late heave to beat the buzzer. Third quarter comes to an end. The fourth quarter on the way. The Cavaliers with the lead. Brooklyn basketball here as we start the fourth quarter. And this one looked like it might be a mismatch coming in. But, Jay, this has been a much closer game than anybody could have bargained for.
Well, these are the moments within the games where the team with the lead gets a little bit tight. When a team who's down, who has the firepower that this team does, you got to make sure that you execute every matter of the game in order to finally close it out.
It's Brooklyn's ball. Prince defended by Knight. And look out.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Using the post to his advantage there and the finish at the rim.
You've heard it before. Slow and steady wins the race. This approach might be working out after all.
Irving with the basketball. Down a point. Kevin Love rejects it.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
Kevin Love, he's now shooting 5 for 7.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Brooklyn's got it. Kyrie lets it go. A tough shot. Hand in his face. He makes them pay.
Look at that. Calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
Nothing going here on that drive. Nance to Love. Defense making the ball handler work. Love. Nice pass to get things going.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
To Durant. Here comes the screen. Well defended. Shot no good. If it was anyone else, they'd be back on the bench for taking that shot.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Has a look. It's good.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
Play is stopped. Timeout for Brooklyn. They'll catch their breath in what's now a 5-point game.
And this is where I get a chance to see if coaches can change it up. Maybe let one of your players lead the timeout so your team can hear a different voice to keep everybody engaged. Maybe like the Warriors did with Andre Iguodala.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Into the game for Brooklyn, number 6, DeAndre Jordan.
Short jumper won't go down. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Sexton. Short jumper off the mark. Brooklyn with the basketball. Irving to Jordan. He's going to the free throw line to shoot.
I'm watching the coach's reaction right now, and I'll tell you, he's not going to be happy about that. The game comes down to the micro details. That wasn't a part of the plan right there.
And he connects on the first free throw. Able to convert on both free throws. To Love. It was right there. John Henson sends it away. Ball in possession of Cleveland.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Into the front court, it's Irving. His guys down 3. Durant to Irving. Kevin Love sends it away.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Scores from the post. Now the Nets going to take a timeout. That's their first. Leaves them with 1 remaining the rest of the way. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes.
Tristan Thompson.
Watch that cover.
Entering the game for the Brooklyn
Durant matched up with Trevor Ariza.
Spencer Dinwiddie.
To Dinwiddie. Pulled in by Kevin Love. Here comes the screen. To Clarkson.
Watch the back, watch the back, watch the back.
Not today.
The most important. Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Off the mark. Well contested. Durant, defended by Trevor Ariza. To Dinwiddie. Down to 5 on the 24 to Durant. Fires the three. He missed his first 4 from downtown. He finally gets a 3 to go.
I'm going to tell you what every shooter thinks after he misses 4 in a row. One has to go in eventually.
There's the whistle and an intentional foul. Just their first in the final 2 minutes, so no free throws yet. They'll take the ball out of bounds.
This is why teammates love him. Yeah, that was an aggressive play, but you're also sending a message, setting the tone. You can't half-step on that.
And they'll foul their man intentionally, so the clock is stopped with 11 seconds to play.
In the 80s, that might have been a personal, but regardless, it had the same impact. You just injected a little life into your squad, just when they needed it.
And gets both to drop at the line. Play is stopped. Timeout for Brooklyn. They'll need a quick shot and then likely a quick foul in what is now a 2-possession game. Durant, guarded by Ariza. DeAndre Jordan, look out.
Number 7, Kevin Durant.
Double.
Now they get the intentional foul, and this one not over yet. 2 huge free throws coming up in a 2-point game.
Ed, what's that old saying? Ruffled feathers do not flock together? Well, actually, I just made that up. But what it means is that play will cause a little havoc. As designed, the team that uses it to galvanize as a unit will have the advantage.
Goes 2 for 2. Deep 3 at the buzzer. The Cavs are victorious as they win this one by 4. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Cavaliers almost let this one get away from them, but they managed to get the victory. You ask me, and I'll tell you, it was the ball movement that made all the difference. There's something to be said for a team that can win as a group, and that's what happened here today. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Cleveland Cavaliers. It wasn't a great performance by these guys, and unfortunately, we have video evidence. Viewer discretion advised. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Brooklyn Nets.
Game track. 3-point shooting.
Each of these teams were solid with their long-range shooting. So by extension, they were pretty poor with their perimeter defense. Closing out on shooters must always happen, whether you're tired or not.
Player of the game.
Kevin Love blocked plenty of shots, But the stat you don't see is how often he forced opposing shooters into tough shots that resulted in misses.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show. Top plays, and we've got 3 of them for you.
Number 2. Number 1.
Here's what's coming up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. On behalf of Ed Coyne and Jay Williams, this is Jalen Rose signing off.